Good morning, fam. Today is January 29th, 8/17. Oh, camera's backwards, sorry. And today is my second low day. I had really good check-ins this weekend, so I haven't vlogged since like last week. It's been such a busy weekend this weekend. I had the LA Fit Expo, and that just drained the life out of me. I had it Saturday and Sunday. Today is Tuesday, and yesterday, I swear, I woke up so tired. I was like, oh my god. I didn't want to get out of bed. I was just like contemplating my life. Like, it's funny because I had client calls between 9 and 12, and right after 12 I was like, okay, Steph, you need a nap. So I could try to lay down and fall asleep. I had to drink a coffee and I wasn't going to be able to fall asleep, but yeah, that didn't happen. But after that I took some Gatorade and some other supplements, and they helped me out a ton. I just felt a lot better afterwards. Luckily yesterday was my rest day, so I was able to rest up and recover. I also did an Epsom salt bath, so that was awesome. That's something I'm going to start incorporating again. I know that I said that I was going to start this vlog with massage therapy, but I'm going to do that for the next one. My camera kept dying while I was there, and I want to make sure that I get the full view for you guys, so you guys can learn a little bit more as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat breakfast. I guess I'll show you guys. Today's my second low day. I've lost weight. So last time I looked a little chunky, and it was because I was PMSing. So you guys noticed like I had acne all over. Like right now it's pretty much like all cleared up. And yeah, so I ended up having my period all last week, and that's something I'm gonna go talk about a little later. I'm gonna get to give you guys a little background run on how I got my period back while being a competitor, and I hadn't had it for 2 years. So I'll go ahead and dive into that a little later, but I need to go work out now. It is 8:21. I want to get to the gym around like 9:30 and get my workout going. I've noticed that I get better lifts when I am up early in the morning and I'm by myself. Funny enough, because I can warm up and I can do my own thing and I don't have to worry about anything. Well, to worry about coming home for Froyo, but it's all good. But other than that, just another little thing too. I lost another 1.5 pounds. Kind of went up again today by like 0.5, so I'm 135 pounds, which is still like a pound over last week. And it should come back down. I just had my rest day yesterday, so it is what it is. So we'll see how it is tomorrow and the next couple days, but I'm so excited. And well, anyways, I'll catch you guys at the gym. I love this song. So, funny thing about me, I actually don't own any music on my phone. A lot of people think I'm kind of weird because I never listen to music while I do cardio or train. Like, only when I'm like by myself that you'll see me like listening to stuff. Or if I'm like really feeling it. So I only listen to like Pandora, and it's like not even like the subscription base. So I'm just gonna skip through songs. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's me. I'm the weird person with music. Anyway, so here is my egg whites. I cook them for a couple days, and what I do is I just kind of toss them over. So this one already has like spinach in them, and I just pop in the microwave and eat them like that. I can just save so much time, and that's with like pretty much all of my food. So I'm actually gonna cook. I showed you guys on this last time too, but I make my, sorry, that's kind of dirty over there. My chicken in the crock pot over here. It takes like freaking 30 minutes. It comes out kind of dry, which kind of sucks, but still haven't found the complete formula for it so it can taste like super amazingly soft. So I usually do like sugar-free barbecue sauce or sriracha, which I'm trying to like transition over to sriracha because it has less calories. But in the meantime, I will just stick with the deliciousness of my sugar-free barbecue sauce. What is up, guys? So this is a commentary over my workout today, and I've been actually starting out all of my training sessions with a warm-up, like a HIIT type of warm-up. So some will consider it cardio, but I don't even count it as my 45 minutes of cardio. It usually lasts between 10 to 20 minutes depending on what I'm doing. and I've been incorporating this pretty much every single day, and it helps me like warm up my body like really well and getting my muscles like to not be so stiff. And honestly, even my shoulder like tends to like creak up a lot, and ever since I started this, it's pretty much stopped completely. So okay, so pretty much here what I'm showing you is my rows. I'm doing 40 rows total. Then I'm moving over to doing some kettlebells, and I am going to do 30 of these. Ooh, slow-mo. Doing 30 of these, and as you can see, I get pretty exhausted. I'm about to do, so I did a complete 4 sets of all 4 exercises that I'm demonstrating right now. So I try to incorporate, since it's leg day, I try to incorporate even a little bit of arm workouts as well, just so I can have my whole body be completely like warm. So here I'm doing some push-ups, some tricep push-ups. I did, I believe, 15 reps of these. Maybe, I don't know. I miscount all the time. And I move on and do some jump squats. So these are the high knee jump squats. These are very fun. And tough. Alright guys, so I just finished up my athletic warm-up. I did 4 sets of that. The reps ranged. So I'll show you guys later because I need to get to my work. So now I'm switching shoes. I'm doing, these are my warm-up shoes. I wear Asics for my warm-ups. These are my running shoes. They're amazing for cardio and just athletic kind of activities. And now I switched to Converse for my leg lifts. The athletic warm-ups were inspired by I Am Nick Fit. So go check him out on Instagram. He's a really good friend of mine. He's amazing. All right, here we go. Reps coming. Now that I'm all warmed up, I am moving over to do some compound lifts. So I'm gonna start out with some sumo deadlifts. I've already done a couple reps that are to build up to this amount of weight. So you can see I'm not actually going to be able to do much with this one. Like, I haven't done heavy lifting in a really long time, so I'm kind of trying to like catch up to it. So I usually wear a belt whenever I go over like 135 pounds, and I also wear my beautiful little gloves. So here is my first attempt to do 205, and I got two reps with it. So what I did is I kind of just like walked it off, came back on it, and finished one more rep with it. Once again, I don't know what it was, but it was just a kind of just too heavy for me. I mean, I can usually knock out like 8 reps like continuously. So what I decided to do was just do a drop set with it, bring down the weight to 135 pounds, and knock out around 20 reps with this. And then this is not something that I usually do. I usually just try to push through the weight. But when it comes to like compound movements like deadlifts or squats, I definitely try to bring it back down until I'm able to like overload the weight again later on. So I can easily do 135. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do 205. But a lot of it is in my head as well. So here we go with the fun stuff. So here we have leg curls. So this is a huge giant set. So we start with each leg, and it is 10 reps on each leg continuous. Then once we're done with each leg being done 10 reps, we go ahead and do 2 legs, and we go down and come back up slowly for 5 seconds, and we do that one for I believe 5 reps. Yes. And then we do 10 reps total, like super fast. This is a huge hamstring killer. And now we're moving on to my next superset. As you guys notice, I'm stretching out my shoulders. For some reason, every time that I pick up these weights, my right shoulder wanted to it was just kind of like creaking up. So I don't know what was up with it, but luckily now, a couple days later, it's feeling a lot better. Anyway, so I'm holding 70 pounds on each arm because I'm a boss bit. And I'm doing stiff leg deadlifts. I believe I'm doing 10 reps of these, going all the way down, bringing that butt back and bringing it back up non-stop.
once I complete the reps, ooh, bounce off the walls. I go down and do 15 reps of plie squats. So with these, what you want to do is bring out your feet as wide as possible, and then what you want to do is drive with your hips. So it's pretending like you are bringing the weight up like if you're doing a hip thruster, and like that you can really get a lot of that tie-in and glute activation, which is exactly what I want to grow and want to be able to focus on this season as well. I used to do this workout a lot back in 2017, where my legs looked the best, and I can definitely tell you the difference between doing them and not doing them. All right, so I'm dead there. I did 4 sets of those, and now moving to some glute kickbacks. So with these, what you want to do is you want to focus on keeping those hips pretty much aligned and not swinging them. As you can tell, like my upper body is pretty much staying still, and it's just my leg that is kicking back. And like that, you can really focus on just making sure that, you know, it's the glute that is being activated on these. Another tip with these is that you want to make sure that you are not, at least for me, like, if I'm not focused on my hips being like steady, like one of my hips will fold back and the other one will fold forward, and that's not what you want to do. You want to make sure they're both evened out as they are at the moment, and not like shifting around, and like that you can get the best glute activation. I learned this the hard way, guys. Next, I moved on to doing some laying down hamstring curls, and I pretty much just did 5 sets, 20, 16, 12, and 10, increasing weight each time. And once I was done with this, I went down to my last exercise, supersets, which is hip thrusters on the leg extension. This is one of my favorite ways to do it, honestly. Like, the bar is even on my hips. I don't have to worry about wobbling it around. I can go pretty heavy on it. I overall just really like it. I can just really focus on the squeeze at the top and then coming back down. And that's something that I'm really working on this year, is just really focusing on the squeeze and focusing on the time under the tension and everything like that. And that way I can get the best results and get that definition. Take you guys over here. Superset. All right. As you can tell, this workout has literally been like non-stop. I've been from rep to rep to set to exercise to exercise, pretty much non-stop. I try to keep my rest period around like 30 to 60 seconds. If I'm by myself, I pretty much just keep it as slow as possible. And as you can tell, I got pretty bored with my music. I stopped listening to it. I was like, whatever. And then just finished up the exercise, and that was pretty much it. I am dead. Okay, look at this, guys. 2 hours. Focus, come on. You got this. Let me sit down for this. Alright. 2 hours, 708 calories. I am dead. Now to do cardio. We got 45 minutes today, so it ain't gonna do itself, so let's get it done. I got a little foggy. Oh, there it is. Hi! You guys are not going to believe it. So it's the next day. It is the January 30th, and your girl has dropped nearly 10 pounds this month. What? I know. I'm 131.6 up today. I had my period last week, and I was sitting at 135 steady, and the lowest I got was on Saturday.
Today is Wednesday. On Saturday I was 134.5. I was like, oh, okay, so I just dropped like 1.5 pounds, cool. But then today I weighed myself and I was like, holy shit, like crap, beep. I can't believe I lost this much weight. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a little like rundown of my physique check, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Today's a high carb day, so everything's lining up beautifully today. I have my check-ins this morning with my clients, so I'm gonna finish that, take Froyo to the park, then hit an upper body. I'm thinking shoulders today. I know my shoulder was a little tweaked yesterday. I was doing, whenever I was doing the, whatever the freaking thing was called, Froyo, why are you peeing out there? Oh, she had to go. Okay. So I'll talk to you guys in a minute. I need to go take care of this. Alright guys, so here is my physique this week. Obviously still a good 11 pounds over stage weight, so don't tap it, don't tap it, don't tap it, don't tap it. Froyo and I do our back pose. Excuse me, miss. Gotta finish posing. Alright, you guys get the idea. Here's a picture. We did it! I love you so much. Such a good girl. Alright, so it's been 4 days since I last talked to you guys. I get my calendar.
And you forgot.
I know. So bad. Anyway.
Way more.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's supposed to be a long week vlog. Hello. Anyway, so last time I talked to you guys, it was my high day. It ended up being, I actually got a refeed from PJ that day, which was awesome. Like, so I was saying, like, I had pretty low energy like the last couple days before that, and then once I had, actually a day before the refeed, I was feeling pretty good, but once I got that refeed, like, whew, boy, has my energy been all over the place. Oh. I mean, yes, I'm like high, not all over the place, I'm like low high, just all high. So it's been pretty good. It's been pretty awesome. I'm very, very happy. Today's Monday, February the 3rd. And one thing that I wanted to talk about before I start talking about my period is the fact that after my refeed, so I ended up having 300 grams of carbs and a lot of fats. I can't remember how much it was, but it was a lot. And it's a really good refeed. So pretty much what I had was an extra cup of rice and 2 tablespoons of oil. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a lot, but on top of the other food that I had, it was amazing. And well, my weight did end up spiking up. So I was at the 131.6, and then my weight spiked up back up to 135, and I was like, crap. And then it slowly like had gone back down, and then it went back up. So honestly, like, it's really funny because I talked about this on my Instagram today, and I mentioned how, you know, in the past, like, if the scale wasn't going down like linearly, like if I would have the worst days whenever that scale went up, and I would just be like, oh, you know, it sucks, I'm doing something bad, blah blah. And you know, over the years, I've learned that there's things that are out of your control. So whether, you know, you're on your period, or you're hormonal, or you just had too much water the night before, or you ate something that your stomach didn't agree with, or you just didn't poop, your weight is gonna reflect that. So, you know, and this is for everyone, calm down. Just chill. Weight loss is not linear. It'll come down. I promise you, you're gonna look better and better each time, and you know, with time, it will come. Oh, and with that being said, like, yeah, even though my weight went up, I actually looked way better. Way better. These last couple of days, like, I just looked like I had such a nice pump. And you guys can see that on my Instagram for my February post, but I'll just show you like a little sneak peek of that. Like, oh my goodness, hold on. Damn, look at those abs. Yeah, that was me. That was me yesterday. Such a great workout that day too. Anywho, yeah, so my energy has been up, and it's funny because I pretty much like increased my intensity in the gym and everything else just this week, and it's, even though my energy has been high, like, it's really funny because like I feel like slowly burning out. I'm like, oh no, not again. So it's great that I have my rest days on Mondays where I don't do cardio, I don't do training, I just kind of chill and do work and do other things, like I'm getting my nails done. It's so cute. Thank you. Joe's over there. What are you doing, Joe?
I don't know, that looks like a wall.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm really bad at this. I was filming earlier and I was watching it and I was on, what is it called? I was like filming my boobs the whole time. So, what are you doing, Joseph?
Increasing storage space.
We have a lot of clothes. Well, I have a lot of clothes. And we need to
do something about that.
Yes. Anyway. And then there's Froyo, in case you forgot about her. So cute. She went to daycare today. So mommy could get her nails done. Oh, and then this week, she is going to boarding school. She's gonna be getting trained. So we'll see how her mannerisms and everything go. Like it's an obedience kind of training. She's getting trained by Bernie. And I'm so excited about that. And while she's getting trained by Bernie, I'm getting trained by Ramel, who is flying in tomorrow. So these next couple vlogs are gonna be Ramel torturing me at the gym and killing me. So if you guys go back into like one of my oldest videos from like 2 years ago, he came to Tampa while I was living there, and I have this video called, you know, Stephanie crying or whatever, like how to make Stephanie cry or something like that. And oh my God, it was torture. So I am so excited. We're hitting golds tomorrow. It's gonna be a blast, so wait for that video. Anyway, let's get to the topic. Period-wise, so I've been getting a lot of questions about periods, especially for competitors who lose their periods, which is something very, very common. So back in 2017, I started prep in March, and I want to say within the first 6 weeks of my training, I lost my period, and that was in 2017. So it was probably like April 2017. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna do a show. I took after those shows, I stopped in June, and I didn't take a long enough off season. So literally, like I took maybe 2 or 3 months off, and then went back at it and started prepping for the last 2 shows of that year, which wasn't long enough for my body to, you know, get back in sync and be able to be at a higher fat percentage and be okay. Then once I was done with November 2017, I switched coaches, and it was more of a strict diet wise, no cheat meals, no anything like that on my off season. And I went through with that until we started prep in March again. And I didn't get my period again, even though it was an off season. I got pretty heavy, and I was eating a lot of fats and a lot of food as well. I think I got up to like 3,500 calories that I was doing on a daily, which is pretty awesome. But once again, I didn't get my period. And then I did my whole competition prep, and this is 2018. So from March till June, I did shows. I did my prep, and then after that, I pretty much finished with that coach, and I don't know, I just started going back into my normality, and you know, like my goal was to just stay lean. So after my show in June, I was like, I'm gonna be lean. I'm gonna be like some of these girls on Instagram, or I'm gonna be whatever, like more of like myself. I'm like, I'm gonna be lean. I want to be skinny, and I want to be tiny. That's what I envisioned. So I was very, very focused and very concerned with the weight scale. I weigh myself every single day. If like it went up like 0.2 pounds or something like that, would go kind of crazy. Like, no, you can't go back. You can't go up. Even though, like, you know, I might not have pooped that day. Whatever. So I was very concerned, but I was very good at keeping it where I wanted it to be. And I, you know, pretty much stayed around like 123 that whole entire time until I moved to California in August. So in August, when I got here, you know, I was pretty lean, I was pretty good. And then I got into a car accident. That car accident took me out the gym for, I want to say like 2 months. Was it 2 months or 1 month?
3 weeks.
but I wasn't able to perform well. I gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, you weren't. Probably like a month and a half maybe.
Yeah, it was like a month and a half, so let's say 6 weeks. I was off from the gym. Like, I was still going, but I wasn't performing my usual. And I got really, really, really depressed at that time, where I was extremely sad. I was very like sad. I cried every day. I was in like, my weight kept going up. So my, like, the scale kept going up, 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 up. And I was like, oh, I'm watching what I'm eating. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But a combination of the stress and everything else was causing everything for me. And I wasn't, you know, getting my period either. I didn't have my period at the time either. So it wasn't until one day I decided, I was like, okay, Steph, we need to put away the scale for a whole week. You can't step on it, and you're gonna intuitively, you're not gonna track anything. That was the best week of my life. Only because it made me, like, it was really funny because I stored the scale in the closet, and I was so tempted every single day to step on that darn scale, but I didn't. I was good. And then I didn't track anything. I just kind of like, obviously once you know how to track things, you know what you're eating, but it was one of those things where it's just like, okay, it's okay. Like, I'm just gonna eat whatever I want, but I'm not gonna track it. And that week kind of just like let things go for me, and with the scale and the stress and everything, and I just kind of opened my mind to different things, and I was like, okay, why do I want to be small when I can be big and have a lot of muscle and still look ripped? Like, there's people like Julian Smith, if you guys follow him on Instagram. This boy is like super shreddy, but like he's like bulking all the time, like kind of situation where he's like maintenance lean, but he has some muscle on him. So I was like, okay, you know what, Steph, this is our new goal. Our new goal is to, 1, get our period back. 2, if you put on size, put on muscle on top of that. And 3, be shreddy, but with size on. And that's what I did. And with that mindset, I was able to pretty much get my period back. So, so pretty much how I got my period back was I allowed myself to be heavier. So I think once I got to 130 pounds, and I got up to 140, that's when things started like kind of like regulating back in. I brought down my fat intake substantially. I was eating a lot of fat, especially with my old coach. He had me eating up to like 130 grams of fats, which is something that is not so good for females if, you know, you had those kind of issues. So you want to have a little bit of higher carbs instead. So that's what I did. And I had some cheat meals in there. So I'd have like 1 to 2 cheat meals a week. And what else did I do differently? I don't know, I just stopped stressing about the weight. I think that was one of the biggest things too. So let me recap. So eating more carbs, eating less fats, weighing heavier, not stressing over things, and kind of calming down with like activity level, I think, as well. So just bringing that down a little bit. I mean, I still go pretty hard, and you guys see that all the time, but yeah. And then I did a whole vegan week, and I think that helped out a ton as well. So right before I got my period, I decided to do a vegan week where I was like, I challenged myself to go vegan for a whole week where I couldn't have any animal products, and I did it, guys. It was fun. But yeah, I think the extra estrogen from like tofu and all those foods allowed my body to regulate again. It wasn't something that I needed to do ever, like I didn't do it again, and I've been able to get my period successfully every single month, which I'm happy about. And it's really funny because I cheer every time I'm on my period. I'm like, yes, oh my God. And then I feel like I remember before, whenever I didn't have this issue, I'd be like, oh, my period, ugh, gross. So it's really funny how things kind of like loop around. But anyway, so that's my story. If you are having issues with getting your period back, especially after a show, make sure, you know, like you are talking to your coach about these things. And you know, one of the things that really pisses me off, and I'm glad that Joe is in this profession of medicine, is that doctors just literally try to band-aid everything with freaking birth control pills. So if you go to your doctors, if you haven't had your period in a while, be prepared to just be told that you're gonna have to get on birth control to get it back. And no, you can get it back naturally. You know, all you have to do is eat more, give it time, chill, and relax a little bit. Just chill. So those are my tips. Is there anything I missed, Joe? You couldn't hear anything? You're tuning me out. Great. Anywho, I put you in here. I talked about you. How you're going to be a better doctor. I'm trying to figure people out. Anyway, so those are my tips.
Doctors that do like the research and stuff, not necessarily like every clinician.
You need to come over here because if you want to be on the vlog, and I don't want to edit this out, so you should come over here real quick. Okay, whatever. Now I'm gonna have to edit it out. He agrees. Okay, now I have to freaking edit this whole thing out. Okay, yeah. So if you don't have success over it, obviously go see your doctor. But be prepared to be told that you need a birth control pill or that you have PCOS, because every single freaking girl has PCOS. Oh my God, that pisses me off so much. Every time, oh God, it's like you have no idea how many girls I encounter that come to me for coaching that have PCOS, and they probably don't have PCOS. It's just what it is. Anyway, so take care of yourselves, go check yourself, and then, you know, see a doctor, and, you know, follow my other 4 rules of eating more, taking down stress levels, chilling from the gym a little bit, bringing down the intensity, and let yourself be a little fat. I think that's the biggest one, which is hard to do, especially after a show. Anywho, thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope you guys enjoy this blab that came out of my mouth. And for workouts, if you guys enjoy that workout and want to see more of my workouts, my daily workouts are posted at the App Club, where I post all of my check-ins. I tell you guys exactly what I'm eating, I tell you guys exactly what cardio and training I'm doing, and I have a little bit more information in there for you guys about everything that you guys need to know. So if you guys want to know how to track your own macros, boom, it's in there. If you want to know more about the training styles that you should be doing, boom, it's in there. So go check it out. It's at theappchick.com/theappclub. I'll check you guys in. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for an intense workout session. I don't even know what we're doing tomorrow, but it's gonna get done. It's a high day. It's gonna be a great day. And I love you guys. Bye.